I was recommended by a friend to try out Don't Starve together. Historically, when I play a game like this, I have a guide up and I'm constantly researching strategies, recipes, and tips to eventually guide me to the end of the game. But this time, I decided to go in a completely blind, with no idea how to even start a game. The only two things I knew about this game were I should try not to starve, and nighttime is dangerous, but I'm still not 100% sure why. I had so much fun that I wanted to share my misadventures as a sort of diary for what I've uncovered and learned over time. I'm hoping through this I'll eventually be able to beat the game. If it is even beatable, or is this really infinite? Without further ado, I'm Xazaviar, and here are the stories of my attempts playing Don't Starve together. After dying so suddenly, I decided I should try someone different, and Maxwell looked serious and dapper, so I thought, why not?
Maxwell.
Maxwell?
He looks angry.
He does.
Kind of looks like you in 50 years.
Angry?
The hair, the nose.
No. I think Maxwell's great. He is a codex. I'm so sorry, Charlie. But who even was Charlie? I didn't stop to contemplate this question, but instead, I decided to embark on my new beginning. I explored the area, searching for anything I could pick up off the ground, hoping that I soon would be able to complete an axe, for which I could then chop down the nearby trees. I stumbled across a strange-looking spider den. It caught my eye as it was much larger than the spider dens that I was most familiar with, and when I stepped onto the area around it, I noticed that it was sticky and that I was moving much slower. I crafted my axe and continued foraging around the area, searching for more resources that I could gather. I found some basic food, from berries and carrots. I even found more flint that I could later use to craft better tools. It was at this point that I turned around and I started to look a little closer at the spider den.
Again.
Really? I made a poor choice. I should have known that.
That is a big spider.
That was a very big spider. You know what? We gotta learn. Did it.
You squashed it.
I squashed it.
So I guess... Oh, you went back for more, huh?
I did. I haven't learned my lesson. Oh, I'm gonna die. Learned anything. Alright, spiders, we can...
Wow. That was quick.
My ghost has a flower and a tie.
Cute.
Well, that was very quick. After such a bad second start, I decided to go back to Wilson. I didn't do poorly because I mindlessly attacked spiders. No, it was my character choice. As soon as I spawned in from the portal, I started foraging from the area, picking flowers and berries, until something unexpected happened. That is a gobbler.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
I can't catch it. There's no way. I decided it was best to leave the gobbler alone and focus on gathering materials so that I could build tools. Eventually, I came to an opportunity to build myself both a pickaxe and an axe. With the new tools in hand, I searched the area and found myself some rocks that I could mine for resources. I continued even searching in the area, and eventually I came across a really strange-looking stone that yielded these interesting rocks that I had never heard of. Moon rock. A rock that came from the moon. These guys are really helpful. With my axe in hand, I started chopping down trees and foraging the local forest for berries, grass, and any other resources I could find, taking time to chop down everything and mine everything in my sight. I even took the time to build myself a nicer fireplace, get some more rocks, and build myself a science machine. With this, I took time to explore and see what I could build, and spent that night cozied up by the campfire. The next morning, I made a really interesting and helpful discovery. I didn't know I could touch these buttons to eat. Which I promptly forgot and never used again. I took the morning to gather some grass in the area and get my hands on some more wood, As well, I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to use with all these resources, but I figured it couldn't hurt to have them in my pockets. Oh, what? I'm supposed to be building. Can't carry any more stuff. That's fine. We'll set this down. Not long after the day had begun, I found myself stumbling into an area that I'd never seen before. It had this purpley ground and was kind of scraggly all over. I also noticed a bunch of overgrown reeds and just was overall kind of confused. I kept following the road and came across a very unwelcome sight. A pig head on a stake. I decided, what's the worst that could happen? And continued on my way. As I continued exploring, I encountered something that I absolutely did not expect. That's usually how it works. What the heck is this? What the heck?
At least it can't chase you.
It just came from the ground, though. Where am I? It's so dark. Should, have a torch. I decided I'd seen enough of this spooky area and continued on my adventure looking for more food. What are you?
Why are you approaching that when the bullfrog?
Oh, it's a
attacked you?
dragonfly. I've made some bad decisions in my life.
Why on earth would you approach that? It obviously was going to kill you. The bullfrogs tried to kill you. The tall birds had one shot to just pluck your eye out and you were dead immediately.
I didn't realize that there were bosses in this game. With another failed adventure under my belt, I was left intrigued. What more does this world have to offer? What other secrets can I find?